Hi, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Fridays with Us. I believe this is episode 4 now. I have a special guest with me, but first I want to go over what I'm working on. So I'm still working on Autumn Path by Diamond Art Club. This is by Olha Darchuk. Super, super colorful. I'm having a really good time with it. I'm using my Temu pen with my Diamond Art Club multi-placer with Ocean Alien Putty and a glue dot on my tip. And I'm using this custom made tray. It says Diamond Painting with Coco right on the side. It's hard to see. From Ephemera 3D. A lot of people have been asking me about this tray. So I highly recommend Ephemera 3D. You can find them on Etsy. If I remember, I will go ahead and link it down in the description. So without further ado, like I said, I have a very, 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 very special guest with me today. Hello, special guest.
Hello.
Would you like to tell us your name?
Is that your channel name on the side of that?
Yeah, right here. Look at it.
It's impressive.
Yep, they do custom trays now, and this was the very first custom tray they ever made.
There you go.
And they actually sent me. Now, you guys, do not go asking them for a free tray. They actually sent me a free tray because I was the first person to order a tray from them. Yeah.
A startup?
No, they've been around for a while, and they actually sent me several mock-ups of like what this was going to look like before they even sent it to me. I've never had an Etsy shop be so like we had so many back and forths. Cass and Tyler are their names. Cass and Tyler.
Small businesses are great.
We support small businesses.
Yeah.
I mean, totally. They're the bomb.
With the setup you have here, it feels more. I mean, I know you just hit the button and you go, but I feel like you should have like somebody over here saying ready, set, go, and there should be cameras. And, I feel like I'm on the set of a studio in the background watching it go.
That's so funny.
There's no script.
No, we don't have a script here. Absolutely not.
We don't do scripts here.
We don't do scripts here.
Sounds like somebody who like reads a script. No, I don't do scripts.
Right. No, this is definitely the Fridays with Us series that I started. It's more like a podcast. Like it's totally off the cuff. I mean, obviously we have questions that we kind of try to go by, but other than that, it's off the cuff. So
it's amazing.
So who are you to me?
I'm your son.
You are my son. That's right. Yep. And how old are you?
24.
24.
I know. One more year, my brain will finally be developed, and I'll start having intelligent thoughts and not thinking like a worm for another minute. It's gonna be amazing. Everyone's like, you're gonna hate getting older, but as soon as the insurance rates go down, I don't know.
The insurance rate will go down, won't they?
Yeah, they say your brain stops, or it's done developing at 25.
Right. It's all downhill from there.
Well, you look into that, and they're like, your brain actually doesn't stop developing until you're like 32.
Oh, is it 32?
Is it?
I feel like my brain's still going.
Well, and then you're looking more, and it's like, well, it's actually 38, or it's something like that. It's like, I feel like every time I hit a milestone, they're like, well, I mean,
they bump it up.
You're almost there.
They bump it up.
Eventually, they're just gonna say your brain never stops. Which
yeah.
I think maybe that's true.
I think it depends on what you're doing. I think the older you get, like with me, I think if you're keeping your brain busy, your mind busy with like even with crossword puzzles and stuff like that, I think that it helps your brain. I really do.
I get it.
It helps you be, sharper, and I mean, it just makes sense. If you're just, I don't know, if you're just watching TV all the time or you're not,
I was gonna say, I'm Gen Z, so my brain's pretty empty most of the time.
Absolutely not.
All you gotta do is get on your phone, be on TikTok.
Right.
I don't even have it.
No, you are not your typical Gen Z
Which
at all.
Frustrates most people because they'll send me a TikTok link and I'm like, I can't see this. I actually can't watch it unless I download the app.
That's so funny. You, me, and Kelsey, we're all like non-TikTokers.
Does that have it?
No.
Oh.
I guess I didn't include him because he's like totally not social media. The only reason why he even got Facebook was so that he could be on my Facebook, in my Facebook group.
There's enough. There's enough YouTube shorts to last me a lifetime.
Yeah.
I don't need any more. I mean, I start watching those, and after a bit, I'm just like, man, I'm not paying attention anymore.
I know.
I need to sit down and
Yeah.
actually watch them, or just go do something.
Yeah. It's, I can only do stuff like that for so long. And it just, I don't know. I just start to feel, it makes me kind of feel icky, to be honest.
Thinks you have a short attention span.
Yeah, that, you know, everything goes so fast now on every time I try to watch like a YouTube video, I'm like, okay, like how do I do this with my YouTube channel? Like I want to do this. Like I want to set up this function on my channel or something because I'm learning, you know, I don't know everything. That they are talking so fast in the video. They're like, push this, then do this, then do this, then do this, then do. I'm like, what the? Slow down. Like, what is the? Why are you talking so fast? Everything just goes so fast.
That's what people want now.
Yeah, it's like
They want to get to the fun part.
if you watch commercials from the 1970s, they are so different from commercials today. The attention span has gone down so much that they have to make everything so fast now because it's just crazy. It's like,
Yeah.
what are we all, computers?
Every commercial's
You know.
a musical.
Yeah,
But God, does it work?
yeah,
I could name you every single jingle of every store I pass by,
yeah,
every theme song,
yeah.
every slogan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it, but
It works.
It sells.
It sells. It works.
It worked
everybody
on
knows it.
the focus group.
Mm-hmm. 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 I
18
did.
through 65 was a success. So,
Yeah. So, I asked your sister this. How tall are you?
6'1".
Yeah. How'd you get to be so tall? What'd you do? Did you eat like broccoli all the time or spinach or what?
We can just go through.
He's so tall for.
We'll go through the script that says here. It says the tragic backstory of some sort of accident that occurred back in whatever, something like that. But I don't know, genetics.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You're tall.
Hard work.
You know what? It was hard work. I remember though, you being in high school being like, I don't know, like 5'10", and
I swear to God, I was shorter.
but literally, like, okay, we can even go back to when you were 5'8", my height. And then we thought you were done growing because you literally were not 6'1" at 18. You kept growing after you turned 18.
Yeah.
And it was like, what? Usually people stop growing.
Yep.
You know, but you kept
I
going.
feel like I hit puberty later, probably than most other guys.
Yeah.
I mean, all my friends in like 8th and 9th grade, I mean, I was the same height as a few of my friends, and then the next summer they were like, what?
Yeah.
That's not fair. And I'm like, well, it hurt, so, you know, but so there's a lot of people.
Oh, it did. I remember that. Oh my gosh, you were in so much pain at
You know,
night.
There's people that do surgeries now to make themselves taller.
That's ridiculous.
Like they elongate, like they actually break a limb.
And they
Stretch it out. They put like these, you know, like nails on the top and the bottom of like I think like a femur, whatever's in the lower part of your leg.
Yeah.
And over time, there's like these knobs on the side, and you turn it and it basically stretches.
No way.
And they say it's like super painful, and it's, you know, it's not something that really happens. I don't think so much in America. It might. It's really expensive, and it's just dangerous.
It's like what's a BBL?
Yeah.
Those are super expensive and very dangerous.
Beauty is pain.
Do you know that BBLs are one of the most dangerous surgeries you can ever have?
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yep.
And women just go and get them done. No judgment, but, you know, do you, boo. But I'm like, that's the most dangerous surgery. I couldn't believe it. And it has something to do with the
nerves.
Yeah.
There's a very large amount of nerves, and I think like blood flow
It's blood flow.
through that area, and
Yeah.
it actually obstructs
If
and
you-
clogs.
Yeah,
like, squeezes.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's like, I can't believe it. I don't know. I always used to think I wanted plastic surgery, not like facelift or anything like that. It was always like liposuction, tummy tuck, stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, I'm too afraid to go under.
That's what happened to me.
It's like, what?
Same deal. I was on the fence, and
Stop it.
changed my mind after hearing about what the BBL would do.
You got a pretty big backside, mister, from lifting.
No.
Yeah. You do. You do. Okay, so what do you do for work?
I'm a lead with the street and storm department at the city of Linwood.
Mm-hmm.
I know, big title.
Yeah, but you
Blah, 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 blah.
But you do all kinds of stuff, though.
I know, that's why it's, like, you tell people that, the worst was when I said maintenance worker, and then a number,
yeah.
and they were like, well, I don't even know what that means. And
No.
Technically, the full title is lead maintenance worker,
Mm-hmm.
but lead is just what it says everywhere.
Yeah.
We do everything
Mm-hmm.
that no one ever thinks about. Like, you go through, you drive through a city, you're annoyed about a pothole, right? That's what everybody's always annoyed by.
Oh, yeah.
Pothole. And it's always like, who's responsible for fixing these? It's me.
Right.
I am.
Right.
I'm in charge of that. And, we do that. We do concrete. We are responsible for trimming all of the vegetation in the city. We are responsible for maintaining all of the public city infrastructure. We're responsible for painting the lines. We do the buttons for the highway. We do the thermoplastic markings for the crosswalks. We do the traffic signals. We're responsible for everything underground as well. All the sewer, storm lines, water lines. We're responsible for the water that goes to your house. And we're actually, I'm not in the department, but we're, in the department or in the group that actually shuts water off to people's houses.
Yeah, so like if somebody hasn't paid,
Yep.
you mean you go out there and just turn off right at the
Yeah.
end of their driveway?
But when you need something fixed or repaired, we do it for free. I mean,
Yeah, because you were talking
free.
free.
You are paying for it.
Right, through your taxes. But wasn't that the situation? Somebody had like a flood going on their driveway or something, and the cop came and no, that was with the car. He's like, hold on, I got this. Big cop comes up to you guys. You guys were trying to do something with the street.
Oh yeah,
He's like, I got this.
We're painting the lines for the city, and we're coming up, and there's this car parked illegally in a way that's blocking one of the bike lanes. And we're coming up to it, and we're like, oh, okay, we'll have to come up to it, turn the guns off, stop, go around it, start again, continue. We'll hopefully come back later and finish it. But every time you do that, and you come back, you might not be able to line it up perfectly. So that one line will be like off slightly. And you don't really notice it, but we sure do.
Yeah.
And we're going. He's like, we're talking on the headphones. And he's like, when we come up to it, we're going to stop. I'm like, okay, cool. We come up to it. Before we can get there, this F-150 flies around us. Like, flies around us, comes to a stop. I'm like, whoa. So we turn.
Did you think somebody was mad at you? Like it was a person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I didn't see police on it.
Right.
And all of a sudden he stops. We're like, dude, what's this guy's deal? And one of the what is it? It's not a custody. He's the parking enforcement.
Code enforcement?
Code enforcement.
Yeah.
Gets out, and he's like, y'all hold on, I got this. I'm like, did you call him? He's like, no.
Like, where did he come from?
And he walks up. He's like, rings the doorbell like 3 or 5 times. Guy comes out. He's like, you gotta move your car. And guy moves his car. Pretty apologetic about it. And I would be too.
Right.
And cop walks over. He's like, no, I've talked to this guy like 2 or 3 times. Told him he can't park his car there. I'm like, and this time, I'd be able to tell him. He's like, because you guys are working out here and you guys need to do this. So now I'd actually have reason in a court to get his
Right.
car towed, and he couldn't do anything about it.
Right.
He's like, man, I wish he didn't open that door. And he's like, only because I've had to deal with this guy so many times. And
It must get old because Linwood's not that well. It's weird. Linwood
is
isn't
Linwood big?
It's there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. in
40,000
Linwood. Yeah, there's a lot of
people.
people, and it's like, I mean, there's more people than that where we live in our town.
There's about 1,000, 2,000 more here.
Is there? We're just more spread out, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, Linwood's just like compact.
a lot larger,
So,
more residential out here. Linwood's more like
city,
definitely.
the mall and everything, and
Yeah,
all
I mean,
the restaurants and
you
shops.
don't go to Linwood to live there.
No,
You go to Linwood to shop,
I'm always shocked at all the like
or you go through it.
like there are literal apartments right up against that Costco.
Oh yeah,
There's apartments right there. It's like, why would you want to live right there? There's people at the gas station
You know
all
why?
the time.
because Costco's right there.
Right, because Costco's right
You
there.
got you got Costco right there. You got Pier 88 right there. You got barbershops right there. You got a gym right there. Home Depot. You got the mall across the street.
That's true, honestly.
you
I don't think like a city person.
Wanted
so
to have a fun Friday night.
you could just walk.
Wine and More is a block away.
Yeah.
You could drink all the booze at your house
Yeah.
and walk to get more. I don't suggest that or
Yeah.
recommend it.
Yeah, but
But
you
you
could.
And then you get some seafood on the way home. So,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
think like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if
I
you
guess
think like
so.
us, no.
No.
I wouldn't want to live there. I hate sometimes working there.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Well,
no.
and you have to drive all the. I think I mentioned it when I was interviewing Dad, that like, you drive like the Vactors, you drive dump trucks, you're driving these huge pieces of machinery through narrow streets, with like messed up intersections. Sorry, but the intersections are like, it's like you're stopped here, but you got to go this way when you go straight.
Sorry, I'm not a city planner.
But no, you are not. But yeah, you drive all the big machinery.
Yeah.
Big machinery.
You get a
You had that dump truck with the trailer. How long was that?
60-something feet.
60 feet, and you're driving that through town. Like, what?
I think it's about that long. I've never...
I remember when you learned how to drive.
Yeah, a car.
You honestly,
okay.
though, you did really good.
I'll be honest.
You did really good.
Do you think parking a dump truck or a car is harder?
Are you serious?
Yeah, go ahead.
A,
What do you
a
think?
dump truck.
Why?
Because it's bigger.
But so say like
And it's hard to, it would be harder to see.
now if you're parking at like a Costco, right? I totally get it.
Yeah.
You definitely want to get a car or something like that.
Yeah.
But like the other day, we were watching. I was with a few guys and we were watching some.
Oh, you're not going to find a spot to park.
We were watching somebody park, right?
Yeah.
And they're in their car and they go to back it in. They did a really bad job. And someone's laughing and they're like, "How do you mess that up? You're in a car." I'm like, "Because you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in a dump truck, you have mirrors the size of TVs.
Oh, okay, so you can see better.
See the whole everything behind you. You can see everything to the side of you. When you go to change a lane, like in my car, I have to turn my head right.
Yeah.
Look at the blind spot. My truck does not have a blind spot.
The dump truck or your truck?
My truck.
Oh, your
and
truck.
Dump trucks.
Okay.
Dump trucks definitely have blind spots. Like my truck doesn't have a blind spot
Yeah.
because of just the sheer size of the mirrors.
Yeah.
And it's like it's so much easier to see and backing up comparatively in a car compared to like something of that size with the mirrors. The mirrors are way easier.
Well, and you, when you were in driver's ed, they had you in a Ford Fusion.
Yeah.
And then, so you learned how to drive in that. Of course, you were driving my car too. You
Yeah.
drove my car, but at school for driver's ed, they were giving you the Ford Fusion to drive. And then the day of your test, so you had only been in that car, in my car, probably in Dad's car.
Right.
And then the day of the test, they switched the car on you.
Yeah, they switched it to it was a 2015 Ford Fusion with a backup camera, which is a lot nicer than a 2007 Ford Taurus that does not have a backup camera. And I think the thing that screws you up with that is they try to instill reference points in your brain.
Yeah.
Because you eventually you're going to have to, parallel park.
Right.
We love parallel parking.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody who hates doing it.
Oh, no, me either.
So one of the things they teach you is, when you parallel park, make sure you look here. Make sure you look here just so you know where to line up. Guess what? Work like a charm. And it's great. And that's cute. That's cute to teach. But when you switch the car up on me, that is a completely different body and a completely different shape. And it's completely different reference points. And you go, you'll be fine.
It was not fair. I was mad.
And
I didn't know about it until after you were done with the test and everything was... I dropped you off. I dropped you off, but I was supposed to come back because it was going to take a while because there were other kids doing it. So I was like, okay, bye, honey. Good luck. You're going to do it. And I left. And then when I came back, I was so mad. I mean, you totally passed.
Right.
But I'm like, how could they do that to you?
It's like if somebody did, say you made a presentation, right? Big conference at work. You got to present some sort of product or something like that. And you stayed up. Made this nice PowerPoint.
Did your work your
so you
time.
did this PowerPoint, got everything down. You're like, all right, I'm ready to go. I know where everything's going to be. I got the script down. I'm good. I know exactly what's going to happen. The day comes, and you're like, wait a minute, where's my PowerPoint? Someone's like, oh, don't worry, I made one. Yeah, it's got the same info in it. Sure. But all the slides are in a different order.
Right.
So you might be thrown off. You can still do it.
Sure.
But...
you're going to be saying a lot of,
your game might be thrown off a little bit. And it was. I failed 4 times on my driver's test. It was horrible.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm kidding.
You passed everything. The written, the everything. You did really good.
Well, it's because I wanted it.
Yeah, you really wanted to do it.
I don't. Yeah, driving's now. I'm like, oh God, I'm good.
You've always. I have to tell this story, but I mean, ever since Brennan was he couldn't even say truck, but he used to say uck, and we had a truck, and he was in love with the truck. He was in love with the truck. He's always loved cars, and he would always point out cars, and he still does point out cars, but
of course,
yeah,
every guy does.
Yeah, and for being Gen Z, you're pretty good at a manual. You can actually drive the Mustang, so kudos to you. You broke the code in your own generation. You broke the code, my friend.
I mean, I had to get my CDL somehow too.
Yeah.
So semi trucks manuals as well, but that's easier.
I remember.
Way easier.
I remember you were like, "Can I drive the Mustang?" And I don't know if you thought I was gonna say no, or if I was gonna I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." And you're like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But then there was something wrong. What was wrong with it? Because you got stuck at the mountain. It wasn't your fault.
It died.
Right.
The battery.
The battery died. Yeah, the battery died.
So
the one time you go
turn it off at the mailbox.
Yeah.
To got out, use the key, get back in, click.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
cool.
Like the one time he gets to drive it, I get a phone call, and I'm like, "Oh no, this isn't good." I'm like, "Why is he calling me?"
It's dead.
He's like, "I'm stuck at the mailbox." He's like, "The thing's dead." The battery in that thing.
It's fine.
It's fine now. Yeah.
To go back to my job though.
Yeah.
When I was talking about the whole pothole thing.
Yeah.
We're working on it. I promise you, we're getting a budget raise as of next year.
Ooh.
We have done actually great work in Linwood, and it has actually been noticed.
Yeah.
I hate being that guy where everybody comes up, why is the lane closed?
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, we are doing something.
Yeah.
Like it's
unlike Marshbank. You're not Marshbank.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. I mean, you're sitting there and I can't tell you how many FUs.
Yeah.
We've been yelled at. I've been yelled at.
Yeah.
Just the things I've been that have been said, and it's just like, dude, I'm not just standing here.
You guys, seriously, I'm not even kidding. Ever since he has had this job, I have been so much nicer to construction people on the road. Like, I was never a jerk to begin with, but now if I'm sitting there and I have to wait, I literally get it. Like, I literally get it. And
Unless-
these people, I'm so worried about you getting hit by a car.
Mm,
I am so worried about you getting hit by a car or run over
we're all
or
worried.
yeah. People need to slow down. Those are people's kids out there, man.
Unless
People's
it's Marshall.
dads. Yeah, dads, sons, so how many women in your crew?
0.
0.
There are 0 in my building.
Mm-hmm.
There are 0 in the street and storm department. There are 0 in the utility department. There are 1 in the parks department.
That's what your sister does.
That was but it's not.
No, it's not the same
thing.
Yeah.
That is the first
Female?
woman I have seen work there in 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's how long you've been there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's your work history? Because you've had a couple other jobs.
Yeah, I mean, I used to work at a golf course off of Casino Road, Walter Hall.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said Walter White, the TV show.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, no, it's Walter Hall off of Casino Road.
Yeah.
I was just the cart guy. Just clean the carts, put them out, take the garbage out. Honestly, easy job. The thing about that job is people left behind so many things.
Yeah.
Like, golfers leave behind a lot of stuff.
In their carts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go out and...
Money? Did they leave money?
Yeah.
Oh my
Money,
gosh. Wow.
alcohol, a lot of range finders.
Okay.
Yeah. Just left a lot of that stuff. I mean, you go out on a Friday and go drinking with the boys, go hit a few holes.
Yeah.
You're gonna stumble.
You're gonna forget.
You're stumbling your way to the parking lot.
Yeah.
You go drive out on Casino Road because it's Casino Road. Who cares?
Oh man. If you guys only knew.
Somebody set a car on fire
Oh, that's right.
in the parking lot, and it burned. It was not like haha. Well, not haha, but like not like, oh, no big deal. Someone set a car on fire. It's not like he was put out and the fire department showed up and it was like, oh, it was over. That that burned down like 3 trees.
Yeah.
Destroyed all the asphalt underneath. And
I was always worried about you parking there, and especially because you closed and it was dark.
Yeah.
And because you drive a Crown Vic, and it's all.
It was
all at the time pimped out as a
I think it
cruiser.
was probably actually more like a deterrent.
So I was like scared because that's such a bad area. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, if people don't like police, they're going to attack his car.
Nothing happened.
No, nothing ever happened.
Nothing eventful came out of that job.
No.
And then I went to go work at a General Nutrition Company, GNC.
GNC.
That was sell your soul to make product as much as possible. Just,
Yeah.
sell as much to the customer. And I can really get behind selling people stuff that I think that they would need.
Yeah.
I was never really behind saying a
Overselling.
slogan and, harassing people when they come in to buy this certain thing and promising them this and that. And which was funny because you actually earned a rating. So there's like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, levels of employees. And I went from one in Snohomish that was not doing really well, and they ended up closing that store, and I moved to the one
Yeah,
in Lake
it's not there
Stevens.
anymore.
And when the people at the Snohomish store heard I was going to the one in Lake Stevens, they're like, uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh?
Yeah.
And they're like, that's the high stakes one.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean it's the high stakes one? They're like, the boss there is a real jerk. He's mean and he's really hard on you. He's like the devil wears Prada.
Oh, God.
I'm going to that store. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
I love that movie.
I'm the newest associate here. I felt like I was on like a TV show.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I go and meet him and I'm like, man, this guy doesn't seem that mean at all. And I start selling product and I'm like, man, I'm actually doing pretty good at this, and he's like, hey, I don't expect much, He's like, if you're not hitting gold or platinum, you're gonna get kicked out of my store. He's like, you know, we run it pretty good here, no mistakes.
Wait, did he say that?
Yeah. And he's like, if you can do that, I will leave you alone. You will never hear from me. And
I did not know he said that.
guess
to you.
what?
What? You were blowing it out of the water.
I was a gold standard employee who was hitting platinum every other month.
Yeah, you were.
Along with, there was 3 employees at that store, and we were either platinum or gold the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
We were considered a regional success.
Yep.
And
yeah, I remember
they
that.
were like, what are you guys saying? And, you know, are you saying our slogan? And I was like, I couldn't tell them that I was just leaving people alone, waiting for the right people to come in and be like, this person looks like somebody who would actually be interested in this.
Honestly, I have to say this though too, and this is God's honest truth. If I go into a nutrition store and I'm looking for vitamins, supplements, that type of thing, which is what they sell, and I saw you behind the counter, I would listen to everything you had to say.
That's what
I would be like, this guy obviously knows supplements, vitamins, you know, weight things, whatever. So I would totally like, I don't even think you would have to upsell me. It would just be one of those things where I'm like, whatever you recommend for this, I will buy.
Right. I do that, and that, I think that probably helped me a good amount. And honestly, a lot of the stuff that I would suggest, I'm like, I take this.
Yeah.
I was like, I used to be this, and you know, now I'm this, which was substantial for like a 50-pound gain of weight. I was like,
right.
How did you, you know, I'm skinny too. How did you gain this much weight? And I was like, I would do this, and I'm like, and if you get this, you also get that at a discount.
Yeah.
So I'm like, not only the stuff I'm selling you does actually work, you will also get a bargain deal if you do it now.
Yeah.
And people would just be like, okay. I'm like, stick to it. It will work. It's not, you're not going to wake up and, oh my God, I'm Michael Hearn.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. Baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah.
But it will work. Just give it time. Trust the process.
Trust
it's
the
not gonna
process.
be overnight.
100%.
It takes years. You know, or there's a lot of people in high school, you know, it would just be like, you know, how can I be the next big thing? I was like, well, you can start with this and we'll go from here. You know, if someone came in, they just thought the store was cool.
Yeah.
They wanted to look at it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not going to try to sell you anything.
Right.
I know why you're in here.
Yeah.
Can I help you with anything? No. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have any questions,
I'm right
feel
here.
free to ask. If you don't, I will leave you alone.
Yeah.
Now, if you have, what about this? Well, if you're going to get that, you should probably get this too.
Right.
You know, it was like if you...
How did you learn all that stuff? Because, like, it's like you got the job and you just, like, knew. I was always wondering, like, how does he know about all these supplements and stuff? Like, how, like...
Because I took them.
And you just...
I know what they
read
do.
about them and you just...
Yeah, boredom.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to know what I'm taking.
Yeah.
You know, you want to know all the facts and the myths about certain stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people think that if you take creatine, you're gonna get bloated, right? Because you're intaking a lot of water. That's not true. That's not gonna happen to you. And a lot of people get like the placebo. Oh my God, you know, I'm gonna take creatine. It's really cool because it's gonna make me stronger, but I'm gonna get bloated and fat. And I'm like, no.
Why?
The water
do
goes,
people think it swells your cells?
Everything, like, you know,
Like
you're holding in more water, and a lot of people think they can just lose water weight. And I'm like, the water that you are intaking is going into your muscle fibers.
Yeah.
It's going into your muscle. It's not actually going into your fat.
Yeah.
That's not how creatine works. Your body already makes creatine. You know, I wouldn't tell you don't take vitamin A.
Right.
That's bad for you.
Right.
You know, it's like, I know your body already makes certain types of things, but you can, it's okay to add extra sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like eating more protein.
Right. Okay. Right.
You learn that as you go. And then, you know, a lot of stuff I learned in store, and a lot of times people were coming in here were just muscle heads.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them were from your gym.
Yeah. I was like...
Because the gym was literally across the street.
I was like, I know you.
Hey, I know
You're like,
you.
yeah.
I see you every day.
What do you need?
Yeah.
It was nice. I got good at it, but then the pay wasn't phenomenal. There was, you get extra money the more product you sold, and there just wasn't enough customers for it to be worth it.
Yeah.
And then I was told about a seasonal job for the city of Linwood.
From your
Public Works
friends.
Department.
From your
Yep.
friends. From high school friends.
And they were like, it's a seasonal, non-benefited position. No retirement. You only be here 8 months. But, if you want to try it out, it pays a little bit more than you do now. And it was a vegetation supervisor job, which sounds cool. It's not. You're not actually a supervisor. It's just the title to lure you in. It's a like bottom of the barrel, monkey with a shovel is what you are.
Yeah.
But it sounds cool.
It does. It does sound cool.
It's like when they call stuff senior associates of marketing.
Right.
When they could, and it's just like, oh, are there any other associates? No. Okay. So why are you the senior one?
Right.
Well, I'm the only one. It's like, okay, so I guess you are. Started there, and I was like, oh, this isn't bad, just grab a weed whacker and cut some grass. What's so hard about that? And I kept going, and everybody's like, hey, you're pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're funny, and you show up every day, and you do your job. Turns out people like it when you do that.
Yes, they do.
Don't have to go to a TED Talk to figure that one out.
No.
So they're like, you should go for the promotion. I'm like, this is not what I, feel like doing in my life. They're like, no. You'll do other stuff like asphalt and concrete.
Yeah.
And they're like, this one's pays more. Full-time position, benefited, retirement, dental, health. Like, I don't think I do it. And they're basically, we're like, they didn't say this, but they're like, you're a sucker if you don't.
Yeah.
They use other words.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? Fine. I'll do it. Not because you said so, just because, it's stubborn. I'll do it, whatever. Apply for it. Congrats, here you go.
Yeah.
Okay, go from $17 an hour to $23.75 an hour. I'm like, wow.
At what age?
21.
At 21.
I was like, that's pretty cool, going from 20 to 21, getting that level of pay bump. I'm like, okay, this is fun, I'll stay here. Got past my probation, got my benefits, got my retirement going. And then later, they're like, hey, you're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're like, there's a promotion coming up. You should apply for it. I'm like, nah, I don't really think I get it. They're like, you'll get it. We'll send you to school. You'll get to drive trucks. You'll get to operate all the equipment now. You'll get to tell some people what to do. And I'm like, it's going from a maintenance worker 1 to a maintenance worker 2.
Right.
I'm like, fine. Okay, I'll do it. And they're like, yeah, you're a sucker if you don't. Same, guess what? Worked like a charm.
Yeah.
Applied for it, got in there. Congratulations, here you go. I'm like, okay. So then I got a raise again.
Yeah.
From $23.75 to $31 an hour.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good pay bump.
And how old were you?
22. I
22.
was like, man, this is pretty crazy. So here I'm making $31 an hour. Stayed in that position. They sent me to school. Went to go get my CDL. Had to study for that. It was I think it was $7,500 total paid for.
Yeah. Totally
All
paid for.
tuition paid for. The books, the getting my physicals done, and all that was paid for. Next thing I know, got my CDL. Felt like a super cool big trucker.
Well, you are.
And then next thing you know, hey, guess what? I'm like, no. And this time I was like, I knew everybody.
funny.
Like, get away from me. And they're like, you're the most senior maintenance worker too now, right? Your seniority's really high. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. And they're like, you should apply for this position. I'm like, no. I don't want more responsibility. I'm not going to go apply for the lead spot.
Oh, you struggled so hard with that, too.
And next thing I know, the
Yeah.
bosses are like, can we talk to you? I'm like, yeah. They're like, so, you gonna apply? And I'm like, okay, fine. Because basically all the other employees were like, do it.
They were.
You know what really cemented it for me?
What?
You're a sucker
Oh, yeah.
if you don't.
You're a sucker if you
So
don't.
I'm like, okay, whatever, I apply for it. Next thing you know, here you go. You did it. Congrats. here's a pay bump of $38 an hour. And I'm just like, wow, you know.
Yeah.
Now it's like, now I tell a lot of people what to do.
Yeah, you do.
And,
You're telling 50-year-olds what to do. Are they in their 50s? Ron.
Yeah, I guess he is. We don't know how old he is.
We don't know much about Ron. It's okay. We don't need to talk about Ron. Ron's
a mystery.
He is a mystery. He's an enigma.
You could say 40-year-olds.
All right, we'll say 40-year-olds.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because I don't. The respect was earned.
It was
You
earned.
know, I don't tell people what to do when they groan. They're like, you know, yes, sir.
Well, you
sarcastically,
actually,
yes, sir.
But you're super nice about it because you're like, you know who's good on what stuff. But you also give them choices.
I've been there.
Yeah, you also give them choices. So you're also like, all right, hey, what's everybody want to do today?
And someone's sitting there and it's like, you know, it must be nice to sit in the cab of the excavator and be nice and warm while I'm out here in the rain. It's like, I know. I was there.
Yeah.
And I'm not mean about it. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, I get it. It sucks.
Yeah.
But guess what? One day, when you're sitting inside the nice, warm cab of an excavator,
one day I'll be on fries.
and someone looks at you and goes, must be nice, huh? You're going to go, I'm old.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing pretty freaking awesome, Brennan. You really are. And there's a little kind of cherry on the top coming in maybe possibly next month.
Maybe. I think that's going to be more like a mid-January kind of deal.
Or mid-January.
Something like that opens up. Yeah, future prospects.
Future prospects.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And they want me to come over there really bad. They ask me about it every day. You know, when are you coming over?
And what is it for?
Mechanic.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I'd be getting less responsibility, not telling anyone what to do anymore, and a pay raise. But yeah.
Are you still waffling on it? You're kind of like not sure.
All the time.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes when some of the bosses aren't there, I'm like, why would you leave?
Yeah. I don't know. Just being a mechanic is you're so hard. The fact that you're so tall, standing underneath a lift and going like this all day, and like a lot of the guys, they go higher than 6'1".
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a guy in our mechanics bay who's 6'6".
Oh, he's 6'6". No.
He hates it.
Does he have to bend down?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Well,
I mean,
you're okay. Then you would probably be okay.
Yeah, his hands are the size of my head.
Yeah. I mean, it's enticing because it's a huge pay raise, but you never know, how it's gonna. It'll be interesting to see what happens. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but
it's just fun.
So I think this is pretty obvious based on our interview so far. Introvert or extrovert?
Yeah, if I'm shy or quiet, I don't think you could do my job and be an introvert. I don't think you can. Maybe someone out there can let me know in the comments if you can become some sort of management style position and be so introverted. Like, I can't imagine being, afraid to have social interactions and having to tell somebody they're not doing a good job.
Right.
That kind of person's not going to go do that.
No, you're extremely extroverted. Extremely.
I mean, that helped me get to the position I am today.
Yeah, it did.
Absolutely. Job experience is good, but being able to know people and talk to them, I think, is the most important part. Yeah,
you have a really good attitude and solid head on your shoulders.
Most annoying how outgoing it is.
You're really outgoing. You're not annoying at all, but you're really outgoing.
I don't know. You never been at work and seen somebody walk in super tired at 6:50 and I've already been there for an hour and a half and I'm like, good morning. And they're like,
Yeah, but that's what makes you so awesome. You're always just the life of the party, even at work. You're just like,
oh yeah.
You're always, I swear to God, you're always in a good mood. Like, you are so rarely not in a good mood.
Somebody goes home or somebody every single day laughs so hard they cry.
Yeah. And to be able to do that to people is takes a special person.
Like, I can't do stand-up comedy.
Dude, you totally would be able to.
No, I'm just really good at, like, saying the funny thing at the right time
Yeah.
and knowing like a funny reference at that point,
Yeah.
you just gotta know when to do it.
Yeah. You're definitely.
Like the conversation won't end. I can keep it going.
Yeah.
I'm just great at being like the party guy, the class clown,
You're the class.
isn't always great. You know, it doesn't. You get in trouble.
Okay, all right, let's talk about that first. All right, let's go there because you brought it up.
Yeah.
Let's go there. So, don't say what you did, okay? Because it's really nobody's business what you did.
But it was funny.
It was funny, but don't say what it was.
Um.
So basically, can I summarize it this way?
Sure.
You made fun of somebody, and someone else got offended
Mm-hmm.
and went to the principal, and you got in trouble. Is that a fair, without
Yeah.
going too much into it?
And you can even say
Because
that
it was your friend.
the person
it was your
I
friend.
was making fun of was there.
Yes,
This
they
was
were.
not-
They were a part of it, and they knew about it, and they were your friend.
This was a friend group conversation that was supposed to be for friends, and someone else just decided I'm going to, I don't feel like this person
Just
appreciated
being
it
fair or
or
whatever.
didn't like it, and that's honestly none of your business
Mm-mm.
at all. And I mean, did he enjoy it? Absolutely, of course.
Yeah.
And it, funny enough, he comes up later. So I ended up getting suspended
Ye-
for 5 days, which I will actually say was the first time I had gotten suspended, shockingly.
Yeah.
And not like, it's not like I hadn't got detention before, something
Yeah.
like that. And I was just, I was shocked. I was like, 5 days.
Yeah.
Most people I know who punch somebody in the face or, cuss the teacher out in class and
Yeah.
say everything under the sun, maybe a day or 3, but 5
It was
days
so bizarre
for
to me.
no history of doing anything.
Yeah,
bad.
that's the other thing. You had no history, so it was like
they were shocked.
Yeah, so there were terms and conditions that came with your suspension.
Terms? Oh yeah, there was. The terms was stay off social media, which was that's kind of a strange. What school has the authority outside of it to say, based off the terms of what your employment with the school?
I know. Yeah, it was.
What am I
bizarre.
signing an NDA?
Yeah, it was it was so the whole
And
thing.
it was just weird. He was like,
They so
okay,
overreacted.
all right, I guess we'll keep him off that. So the guy, right, that I had said something to, of course, was my friend. He was upset about the fact that I got suspended, and he felt like that was uncalled for and gross and disgusting.
Everybody
He
did.
himself decided to go to social media and spill the entire story to the school about what had happened and how it went down and how he was upset about the fact that I got in trouble for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, this is not okay. This is not good conduct, and we all need to stand up for him. And everybody started going, you know what? You're right. We do. This is gross. And
It
then
was gross. That's a good word to describe it.
the hashtag Free Brendan.
Hashtag Free Brendan on the student
Came out.
page for Lake Stevens High School.
And everybody was saying, we agree with that. That's not okay. We're going to walk out for him.
Yeah, the whole school was going to walk out. The students were going to walk out at lunch.
And it was on the basis of, unfair punishment,
Yeah,
which kind of turned around on them.
it did because they, sorry, but they messed up.
And they did, and they realized that, so they actually started calling.
They called me.
They called you, and they were like, "Hey, we need you to get your son, and go on there and tell them to stop."
And I got so mad. The principal called me and said, just like what Brendan said, sorry, Brendan, please have your son go onto the social media site and have him get these guys under control because they're about to walk out. And I said to him, I'm sorry, I can't do that. You told me that he can't be on social media. I was so mad because, of course, I was letting him go on social media. I'm not, he was playing video games and having fun at home. I was upset. I was really upset. And, and I'm like, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do because you specifically told me that he can't go on social media, so I'm going to honor that. And of course, I was doing it out of spite because it was unfair punishment. And so I said, I'll tell you what, the only other thing I can think of to do is for him to get on the phone and call one of his friends and
Right.
talk to one of his friends. Right? You called somebody. It doesn't matter who you called, but you called somebody.
Pretty sure I called him.
Yeah, and you called your friend. So go from there, sorry.
And yeah, I basically had to be like, no, guys, don't. It's okay. There's different ways to do it. Don't jeopardize. Don't risk yourself getting in trouble
Yeah, exactly.
for it, which I feel like they would have,
Exactly.
and they didn't. And I came back, and it was like, I was like, Return of the King.
Yeah, you were missed by all.
And not everybody. I mean, it's like some out of like a movie.
When I told you guys, I've told them that
Yeah.
you were like super popular in like middle school, mid high, and in high school. That you were popular. I really, really, really mean it. Like he was super popular, and I want to share a post from somebody that was in his high school. So this was in 2018, Brennan.
Right. So I would have been a.
And do you know that this was on your birthday?
Yeah.
This actually happened on your. Oh no, right. She sent it to you on your birthday. Okay. So this is from a girl at his high school. Happy birthday to one of the kindest and sweetest guys I know. The last couple of weeks of my senior year, I got dress coded for my shirt, and I needed to either cover up or go home. Now I have 3 big tests this day, so I couldn't just leave. So I asked a few of my friends on Snapchat if they had a hoodie I could borrow till the end of the day. No one responded, and everyone ignored except this guy, Brennan Peters. He barely knew me and allowed me to borrow his sweater so I could ace all my tests. Thank you for being so sweet. It meant a lot to me, and just remember, I'm here whenever you need someone. Just unbelievable. You were just... I'm showing you off because you were just the nicest person. You still are.
Yep.
You literally would give the shirt off your back to help somebody, and you didn't even know her. Like, you didn't even really know her.
No, class ahead.
Just crazy. She was a class ahead?
Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy. Yeah, you're so sweet.
Try to be.
Speaking of sweet, you have a girlfriend.
I do.
How long have you guys been together?
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's so nice. I really like her.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, I really like her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's great.
Yeah, I really like her.
Nice change of pace.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And it's tougher being. I think everyone's heard this sentiment from one family member or another of just how hard it is to find somebody of substance in today's age. It's almost impossible to find somebody to talk to that doesn't say, oh, haha, okay, lol, LMAO. And it's just full of nothing. A lot on the outside, but just you go on the inside and it's just like, hello?
A lot of girls want a guy who's over 6 foot. You check mark.
Thank God.
Make $500,000 a year. No.
I
Have
wish.
just wild expectations. Gen Z is crazy, man.
Girls be 5'2", asking for a 6'5" man. Like what?
Asking for like $200 dates on their first date. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
what? Like, yeah. What happened to being an independent, powerful woman? Why don't you pay for it?
Well, they want the independence with the money. So all the fun, none of the responsibility in it. At some point, me included, you got to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to realize that's not reality. I mean, I think a lot of the problems that comes from this is you get dating apps. So you get to go through the garden and pick what carrots you want. You know.
But even on dating apps, like people like Photoshop their picture and like
Oh my God.
they'll show
Yeah,
up.
they do.
Oh, have you had that experience, Brendan?
Yeah. I mean, it's not every day.
Dude, please tell the one about the foot.
I'm gonna say
Girl.
It's not every day you show up on a date and it's not them. Who are you?
The Photoshop is for real.
It's not even Photoshop. I'm like, how'd you get that angle?
Right. Yeah.
You know, how'd you do that? You shouldn't be, doing this. You should be doing photography.
Yeah.
You got a career going.
Right. Yeah.
And all you need is an iPhone 8 and some bad lighting in a bathroom, and you'd be able to do anything impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
The foot one? Which one?
The foot one, the dad bod.
Oh, that was the one.
It was the same girl.
Yeah, the girl
foot and dad bod.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I'd say you have a dad bod. I'm like, man, thanks. I'm trying.
If you guys have seen Brendan's picture, you'll know he does not have a dad bod.
A dad bod?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, she said it was really cool you had a dad bod.
And she had a dad bod.
Yeah, she did. Sounded like it.
God, most insulting date I've ever had.
And then she was, what was she doing for money?
Oh my God, she was selling pictures of her feet. Yeah, she was selling photos. What? You know what?
What?
Never mind, that makes sense. She did have a career.
Right, she did.
Taking pictures.
Good. Right. No wonder she did such a good selfie.
I can't believe that many years later, it's all clicking.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even pick up on that.
I mean, when the waitress walks up and, looks at you.
The vibes. Give the vibes.
And the date and kind of has like a weird expression.
Like, what? How? What?
Is this like your sister?
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't really know what you're doing. And I'm not saying I'm, Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling or a hot Ryan you can think of.
No. On my channel, you have to say Jason Momoa. Say it.
Jason Momoa.
There you go. You have to say that.
Chris Hemsworth. But,
yeah.
Oh, man. I was like, wow, you're very critical of me and my body.
Which was crazy because she was like...
Dad bod.
She was a hobbit.
Yeah.
No, think about it. With her feet, she was literally a hobbit, a short, round
she's like,
hobbit.
my man's got to be over 6 foot. And I'm like, that's cool, but I don't think you know what that looks like because you're 5'2".
Yeah.
Why is that even, why do you want that at that point? I've had somebody explain it to me in a way where, that was one of my girlfriend's requirements as well. And they explain it in a way where it's like, I want my man to be intimidating. They don't have to be that tall to be intimidating.
No.
And when you're that short, I feel like that adds to a lot of complications. Whenever I go to hug somebody that short, it's just like, you're down there.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm giving somebody a hug, but it feels more of an embrace.
Yeah.
Like I'm cuddling someone while standing.
Almost like a child.
How does it feel being in my stomach? It's like, what? This is nice for you, but I'm just like, what do I do with the rest of myself?
Yeah.
I think the perfect is when you can place, like your chin on their head, or, you can actually give a hug and it's face to face, or vice versa. Having to bend down or, get on your tippy toes to do anything is just.
I don't want to say her name, but how old is your girlfriend? Or not how old, how tall is your girlfriend?
She's 5'4".
Yeah, okay.
And a half.
Oh, okay, right.
I have to throw that in.
Well, Kelsey made sure to say she was 5'5.5", so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have the half. You gotta have the half.
You gotta throw it in. 4.5.
Yeah. So I kind of told some of these guys about the one birthday that you had, because it was your birthday. I think you were at North Lake. Yeah, you were definitely at North Lake.
Yeah, I was at North Lake.
And it was your birthday, so like I knew that some kids were coming over. I already knew that. We had the pizza, we had the cake, all that kind of stuff. So I knew kids were coming over. But something went awry.
I can't.
Something went awry on your walk home, and I'm not sure
On the walk home,
what.
you can't.
Because
You
like,
can't talk about what it was.
how did you Pied Piper these people? Like, what happened?
They just were like, I heard it's your birthday. You know, you doing anything? I'm like, yeah. Can I come? Yeah. Can I go? Yeah. Can I go? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, sure. You know.
By the end of the day, you forgot how many people you told yeah to.
It was on the walk home.
I was on the walk home.
I didn't
okay.
plan it throughout
Oh,
the day.
good
It was on
Lord.
the walk home.
Good Lord.
And yeah,
Yeah,
I wish we could say what transpired.
I know. I do too. It was nothing illegal, you guys, but I'm afraid to say it on my channel because I don't want to encourage anyone to do it.
Can you say what drink?
Okay, it has to do, I'm going to say this. It has to do with a banana and with Sprite.
I would have just said it has something to do with Sprite.
It's all right.
That leaves it
Well, the banana,
mystical.
yeah, but it has to do with that. So, and one of the kids was just being
Adamant.
out of control. Yeah, out of control. And I must have had Sprite at the party.
I think you got
I
some.
never buy Sprite. Do I? Did I back then?
You
I
had
guess
the
I bought. I
bananas,
guess
and
I
then we got
brought.
them from the lunch
Well, I
room.
always have bananas, but like, yeah,
It works.
yeah, it works. Yeah. So
Don't do it.
do not do it, please. I am not in any way, shape, or form encouraging anyone to do anything
Yeah,
like that.
this is one of those. You say the disclosure extremely fast.
Exactly.
Or you say my lawyer has advised me not to continue this sentence.
Exactly. I am not a doctor or encouraging anyone to do any type of like pranks, tricks, whatever.
Yeah.
What's the hardest lesson you've ever learned, do you think?
Learning to let go.
Learning to let go.
As cheesy as it is.
That's not cheesy.
Look, if you think they're bad for you,
Walk away.
they are.
Yeah.
If everyone around you is saying that this person's not good for you, and in your mind, you know, you're ignoring it, and you're like, it'll get better. No, it's not.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's one thing if you need to go to like couples counseling. You need to go to, you know, something like that. But, man, you got to learn when to say enough is enough and just move on and push that person out of your life.
Absolutely.
And you got to stop getting in these negative mental loops.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Those are the hardest to push out of. But lesson-wise, letting go and moving on is the hardest thing you can do. It's a final stage of grief.
It is the final stage of grief.
Do it.
Man.
You know, don't rush it. Take your time, but have an end goal of moving on and getting over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And whatever is keeping you attached to them, if it's not that important to you, get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know, don't just sit on it and just think, you know, maybe things will change. If you've gone back for the 8 billionth time, it's going to be the same.
You know what's worse than being in a relationship, a toxic relationship with somebody for a year? Do you know what's worse than that?
Many years.
Being in a toxic relationship with somebody for a year and 1 day. That's what's worse. So yeah, that's absolutely, for you to have learned that lesson is like incredible.
Yeah.
At your age.
It's
People my age don't even know how to do that.
I think,
like literally.
I think more so, a lot of girls my age need to learn that too. You gotta move on. It's not gonna get better. Following them on social media and being friends with them ain't gonna help.
Yeah.
Having them in your life in any capacity is sometimes so much worse for you that it will start to affect your physical body.
Yeah.
I mean, the greatest gains I ever noticed is when I you know, let that person go.
Well, because I think you finally put yourself as a priority and said, I'm going to get my, what together, and I'm going to work on myself. And when I become the best self the best person who I can be, I am going to attract that to myself. I'm going to attract that person to me.
Manifesting it.
Manifesting
Mercury's
it.
in retrograde.
Yeah, that's, yep.
It also has to do with the fact you're probably sleeping more
Yeah.
and you're eating
You're eating, yeah.
regularly.
Oh, you were not eating.
And your hormones are in check and you are in control of your body and your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no other really lesson. I was like, wow.
Right.
That's that one I need a check mark, and
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me arrogant.
It doesn't make you arrogant. You're telling your story. That's your story.
Just let go.
Yeah. Yeah, that can be extremely difficult. But when somebody shows you who they are, you need to listen.
You do.
To that. You need to listen to that. And that's what you've done.
That goes for family too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just because they're family
doesn't mean you have to
that
put
person's
up with it.
bad. That person is bad.
Yeah.
And if they're of an age where they're like you at this point should have, matured a little bit, they're not going to.
No, they're not.
They're not.
No.
They're not.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And yeah.
Absolutely not. What do you think of social media? We've been talking kind of a little bit here and there, like with dating apps and stuff like that. What do you think of social media? And you talked about the fact that you don't like TikTok, that you're not going to ever download it.
No,
But-
just because of the attention span thing.
Yeah.
I think social media is just a mix for me. Social media can be great. It's a great way to get your content out there. A great way to learn. It's a great way to learn stuff. Like anybody who thinks about getting into something, just go on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube's awesome.
And it's actually right.
I love YouTube. Yeah.
That's the amazing, lovely part of social media is having communities and being able to, like this one.
Yeah.
Everybody can get together and have a fun time,
Exactly.
and that's great. But you always hear about the worst side. I think a lot of people compare themselves to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where a lot of dysmorphia issues come from. And I'm not as rich as him. I don't look as good as her.
Right.
And I feel like it's worse for women in that respect. Social media, I will say, is definitely worse for women in the fact of where, a lot of beauty stuff, where does that come from?
Yeah.
What's a lot of beauty stuff for? Is it for guys?
No.
Is it for impressing men?
No, I mean, I know, like, on Instagram, I don't go on Instagram, but I know, like, there's all these Instagram models and all this kind of stuff, and it's just, I feel like it's really toxic to girls that are, looking at that and thinking that that's real, because it's not real. That's literally, that picture is not that person. They have photoshopped it beyond. I'm not saying that they're not beautiful,
Right.
But what I'm saying is, they have taken something and completely changed it to this over here. And it's like, it's unobtainable because they can't even obtain it. That's why they're photoshopping it, you know?
And that's where you get warped perception. You get a really bad epidemic of bulimia issues.
Yep.
A lot of women aren't having enough nutrition because they think, this is the next thing I need to do to get skinny.
Yeah.
You got things like Ozempic.
Oh. Yeah.
That's, oh, great, I can take this. It suppresses my appetite. Do you think anything that does that is going to be good for you?
I've heard that Ozempic can be really bad. Like, I'm starting to hear, like, bad stuff about. I remember when it first came out, I wanted to take it so bad to lose weight,
Because it was amazing.
And yeah, but then I was like, wait, I kind of feel like I need to do this on my own. Like, I feel like I need to lose the weight on my own, because that way I will set good habits for me. Because if I'm just taking something, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. Like, I'm not learning a lesson. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
I'm not actually learning a lesson of what I need to do.
You're not, that goes on, and it's only getting worse. There's a lot of Photoshop pictures, like you said, and a lot of influencers who just put out, this cute little message. It's just to sell you stuff.
Yeah.
And, you get that side of where, young girls are starving themselves, throwing up to attain this look. I got to do this, I got to buy that, which leads to a lot of financial difficulties as well. And when you go to the men's side, I mean, personally, I know it. Fitness influencers, as a guy, you want to be jacked.
Yeah. And
hot. want to be him.
You know that they're photoshopping their stuff too.
Oh, they're not photoshopping. They're doing something worse.
What? Oh,
Steroids.
steroids. Yeah.
And a lot of people go, "Oh, okay, you're gonna use the steroid cop out." Tren is so more widely used and HGH and growth hormone than people think. That
Yeah.
you look at somebody like The Rock, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's natural. Yeah, you think The Rock is natural? He's in his 50s and he looks like a guy who just hopped out of the gym at his peak.
I would say Sylvester
You can tell.
Stallone is natural because he looks way different. He's aging, like you can tell,
Yeah.
But I haven't seen like a full body shot of. Or no, wait, who am I talking about? No, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sorry.
You think he's natural?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying he looks like he's aging a little bit better, than some other people. Where I'm like, wait, that doesn't look right.
Right.
That doesn't look right to me.
And these people were supervised by professionals.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
monitored. And it's still not good for you. And I think a lot of young guys see something and, I got to look like that.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You can.
Yeah.
There is a way.
Right.
And if you buy this and inject this in your body, you will.
So it's like the guy's version of plastic surgery.
Yeah, but it's
literally, it's
you get like a surgery done or something like that and you get some plastic put in.
Yeah.
And then this other one is a chemical that is going to reduce your lifespan by 35 years.
Yeah.
You're going to, you know.
Unalive yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of, heart swelling, something like that.
Well, yeah, and there's so many things that can go wrong.
Yeah. It messes you up, and a lot of people there are a lot of symptoms you can see on people to tell, and like you can look really 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 good without you don't need steroids.
No.
You don't. So social media is great, but it also has that side of it.
A dark side. Yeah. I agree. Would you ever move out of the country?
No.
Nice.
Nope.
Nice.
No, and I don't. If you're gonna say if you had to pick somewhere to live,
No, I wasn't going to ask you.
No.
No, I know better.
Because there's not
I
a
wasn't
single
even gonna
place
ask
on
you.
earth I would rather live than here.
Me either.
I hit the jackpot being
neither.
born in America.
Yeah, we're so lucky to live here.
I don't know. I mean, be cool to see other places. Live? No.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. The rights that we're afforded are just incredible.
It's amazing.
It
The
is.
freedoms you have here.
Okay, have you ever been anywhere that you thought was haunted, or do you even believe in ghosts?
Have I been anywhere I thought?
Was haunted, but do you even believe in ghosts? Like, do you believe in ghosts?
Something goes bump in the night.
Or is it like, no, you don't believe in ghosts, so you've never been anywhere that was haunted?
I'd love to believe in ghosts, and you always watch stuff like that, and you're definitely, you watch like a scary movie, and you're definitely awake at night for a reason.
Yeah.
Sometimes things make noises, do things, and it's just you don't know
Unexplainable.
why. It's unexplainable, and until we know, then yeah.
So you don't believe in ghosts?
No, I do.
Have you ever been anywhere where you were like, dude, this place is haunted, like legitimately haunted?
God, no. There's always been I don't think there's anywhere I've been where I was like, man, this place is definitely haunted. There's places I've been that are like uneasy, that make you feel a certain way. It was the second house that we had, your guys' room, and you had me go get Q-tips for you, dude.
What?
Some about it.
Shut
And
up.
I know, no, to you, you're like, what?
Oh, really? You were scared?
There's like this feeling.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what's really weird is our realtor later told us that the woman who owned the house, her husband had, unalive.
Gone past his...
He had passed away.
Gone past the freshness
He
date.
had passed away.
But
she said he didn't in the house. And I was like, oh, okay, well, as long as nothing happened in the house. But it's like, I wonder.
There was just... I think everybody can relate that somewhere in a relative's house specifically, there was a room.
Yeah.
That made you... God, it was like it was just uneasy.
Mm-hmm.
Like something was there.
Yeah. Something was there.
Yeah. Haunted? No.
Okay,
but
haunted,
just
no.
Strange.
What is your favorite genre of movie, and do you have a favorite movie?
My favorite kind of movies, honestly, oh my god. I mean, any movie with action, because I'm a dude. It's just
Right.
great.
Yeah.
Sci-fi movies, love. I love sci-fi movies. They're great. It's fun.
100%.
Western movies, which my girlfriend does not like, I love, because I'm a dude,
I
again.
love Westerns.
It's just but I can also enjoy a comedy, a romantic comedy. I can enjoy those when the writing is good.
Uh-huh.
Is it going to be my go-to? No, I'm a dude. I'm
Right.
going to want to watch Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
But I will sit down and watch The Bachelor with you, or, something like that.
Yeah.
House of Villains. I'll sit down and watch it. I can enjoy any kind of movie.
Yeah.
Truly. There's
And you like funny movies too.
horror movies.
Horror
Any
movies.
kind of movie that is just written good. The
Mhm.
cast is good. The plot's great. I can enjoy it. There's no specific genre that I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
gotta watch it.
Yeah. Do you like all the Star Wars movies or just the first three? Episode 4, 5, and 6. The literal first ones.
What, the prequels?
No, the 4, 5, episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Those are cool. The prequels are just funny.
So like the Jar Jar Binks.
Funny.
Ugh.
Funny now,
I don't like.
not then.
No.
There's a lot of stuff they do now. You go back and you watch it, you're like, what?
Yeah.
And it's just a
I
lot
haven't
of
seen those movies for so long
a
now.
lot of things have spawned from that.
I love Star Wars though.
Star Wars is great.
I love Star Wars.
It's like a classic now.
Yeah, totally.
You haven't watched it, it's always like a surprise.
There are people who haven't seen it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Where have you been? Because literally, it's been around since 1977 or something.
Yep.
So, like, how have you not seen that? What music do you listen to?
What music don't I listen to?
That's a fact right there.
Maybe except jazz. I don't have jazz on my playlist. I will say that. Rock, rap, country, EDM, everything.
What's a song right now that you can't get out of your head that you're finding yourself going back to over and over?
It like changes every day.
Okay, like Red Flag from Marilyn Manson has been stuck in my head for like 4 days.
Like mine will I'll think about it before I go to bed. And I wake up and I'm like, I gotta listen to it.
Yes, that's how I am too.
Like,
Yeah, I have to because I have to get it out of my head.
there wasn't one today. I just wanted to hear beats more so than singing.
Yeah.
It varies day to day.
Yeah, you love all types of music.
Yeah, which is a
you
boring answer.
No, it's not.
Well, on a date, what do you say?
Right. Well, you just say I like all forms of music.
That's
Except
boring.
for, do you like classical?
I can get down to classical.
Like opera?
hmm
Yeah.
You can enjoy it. You got to be in a mood.
Yeah.
Like you're painting
Or cooking.
in your mountaintop lair.
Or cooking.
You know,
What's your favorite thing
you're
to
an
cook?
evil villain. And yeah,
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to cook?
meat,
Yeah.
burgers.
Burgers.
My favorite food. It's easy to cook. It's easy to know when it's done.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Burgers
You know,
rock.
people are like, "Wow, these are really good." I'm like, "Thanks, I barely did anything."
Yeah,
Well, kind of. I mean,
you make really good burgers.
I just make all the food I make is not the best food you've ever had. It's just nutritious.
But it's really good.
Like that's kind of what I was telling my girlfriend. I was like, "Yeah, the food I make isn't like it's food. You'll eat it, you'll be like, I feel very satisfied, but you'll never be like, I need it again."
Well, why? Because you're not making
Because I eat for
what's it called? Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo or something. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't make stuff like that.
no. When I eat,
You know
I
what I
eat
mean?
for a purpose.
You're having like rice and ground beef or bison.
Yeah, everything's just like
Yeah,
I eat for a purpose. You know, I'll eat for
that's
fun.
me
but
too. That's me too. Is I only eat for my body. Like, so like, you know, if we have a party or something like that, I'm not going to restrict myself. But other than that, it's kind of like,
Well,
no,
then you're
I
eating
don't
for
wanna.
your soul.
Right.
There's a time for that. for
Yeah.
sure.
But it's like, no, I don't eat. I only eat for the nutritional aspect of it. It's so weird how I look at food It's like I only do it for the macros. Like I have to hit my macros. So it's like macro, 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 macro. I need to be better about the fat, I think. The fat, I'm good on the protein, but oh, if you could have any car you wanted and what would it be and why?
Mm,
Or would it even be a car? Would it be a truck? It could be a truck too.
any I wanted.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I think about it in the sense of where, like, if I got it, you know, would it be usable? You know, everybody's always like, you know, I'd get like a...
No,
you know,
don't be practical. Don't be practical about it. Any car you want.
Why? It makes it more fun.
Okay. All right, be
Because
practical.
everyone's like, you know, I don't think I'd really... I'd love to have, obviously, any kind of supercar or sports car you can think of. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I think what I would want is I don't know, it's really hard.
I know.
I don't know. Like, I like...
Would it be a sports car
I
or
really
like
the vehicles I have, and like I always see vehicles and I'm like, I'd want one. But anytime someone puts me on the spot and says, if you could have any of them, what would it be?
I can't pick a car, just to be fair.
Well,
If you ask me,
Dude, I don't know.
I wouldn't be able to pick one.
Maybe like just a nice brand new King Ranch F350 with the fifth wheel attachment, you know, with me able to option it out exactly the way I wanted and custom built for me.
Yeah.
You know, something like that would actually be nice to have.
What color would it be?
Well, it would be blue.
It would.
When you get the King Ranch package, it's you can only get blue.
Oh, okay.
No, that's limited.
Oh.
No, I get a black one.
Oh, okay.
It'd be the tan interior too.
Oh, okay. Black with tan interior.
Yeah, it actually looks really nice.
That's cool.
And then I'd be able to option it out exactly how I want. Because the King Ranch, you can only do the tan interior too.
Oh, okay.
It's leather.
How much are they?
A lot.
Like
100 and some thousand.
Oh, geez.
Optioned out.
Wow.
And yeah, I'd want it optioned out exactly what I want. And I would want, like, when people are like, what kind of car do you want? It's like, okay, do I just get the car and that's it? Like,
Right.
I want that vehicle with all the mods I would want too.
Yeah.
So it would be like, by the time I was done with the truck, it'd be like $158,000
Yeah.
for everything I would want, if not more.
Would you let them put the stereo system in, or would you do
Yeah.
it?
I'd
Or
let
would
them
you
do
do
it.
it? You'd let them do it?
Oh, if I'm paying for it?
Okay.
If I'm in this fantasy world and I'm
Okay.
getting everything I want?
Yeah, for free.
Yes.
It's just you get to pick.
It would be so just nice
Yeah.
to have something like that. Do you have a car you want?
I honestly don't. I love our Mustang. I love my car. Well, you know how much I love my car.
Yeah.
I think though, honestly, I would get an F-150 or an F-250, and probably an F-250, because like the F-150 almost seems too small to me now.
The what?
The F-150 seems a little bit too small, but the F-250 seems just about right.
You can get an F-150 that's the same size as my truck.
How?
They offer options.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'd get an F-150 then.
You could get one as long, but it wouldn't be as wide or tall,
Yeah.
but it'd be as long.
I'd probably get an F-150, and it would be black.
Yeah.
And black interior too. Everything would be black. Black,
Get
black, black,
the
black.
limited edition or platinum.
Black, 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 black.
You can't go wrong.
What's your favorite color, speaking of black?
Black. I mean,
Yeah.
like, when it comes to, like, vehicles or something like that, black. When it comes to anything else, maybe blue.
Yeah.
I'd say blue and black.
Dad and Kelsey's color, Kelsey's was between a green and a blue. Dad's was blue.
Yeah.
Mine's black.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I like red a lot, too, sometimes.
Yeah. Red's a cool color.
Like yeah. Yeah.
Would you have a red car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. We call it a red car.
Yeah.
Some reds, like
We do have a red car.
deeper red,
Oh, then that?
looks so good.
Like that's too light red
Like there's
for you?
there's some trucks you can get it's like a ruby style red, and it's just like, oh, it's more expensive too to get it.
Yeah.
It's like tri-coat, you know. Oh my god, it looks so good with black wheels. like shiny black wheels on like a
Oh.
deep ruby red on
Yeah.
a brand new truck is like,
Then you put a
yeah,
headache,
he's rich.
put a headache rack on it. And...
I don't even know. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like option it all out exactly how I'd want.
Yeah.
It'd be worth more than your whatever Lambo you're thinking of. It'd be
Yeah.
worth the same.
Yeah, I'm not into Lambos anymore. When I was younger, I thought I wanted one, but they're so flippin' tiny.
Okay, Lamborghini or Ferrari.
They're so...
Mine's easy.
Lambo.
Lambo.
Yeah, Lambo.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Because they leave you alone.
Yeah, they do. When you're having a bad day, what helps? Oh, I know this one. What helps you turn it around?
The gym.
I think I know this one. Yeah.
The gym.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how a lot of people go through their lives and don't.
Workout.
I mean, there's different release mechanisms, but I mean, you go there, you improve yourself,
Mhm.
your health, and your body goes,
Your endorphins.
congratulations.
Here's your dopamine.
Here's some dopamine.
Yeah,
so
here's
you're on
your
your way out,
dopamine.
you're like, oh my God. Not only, and you know, the reward is you being healthy and helping yourself.
Yeah.
And if you keep doing that, the amount of dopamine and endorphins you receive feels the same.
As a drug.
And it doesn't drop off.
No.
It's not like I need to do more. And if you do decide to do more, guess what?
Yeah.
You look better.
Yeah.
It just keeps it's the
the
gift
best.
that keeps on giving.
It is the best. If you guys are ever like on the fence, should I join a gym? Oh, if I do, I won't go, you know, blah, blah, blah. I joined Brennan's gym. That was years ago. Kelsey and I were going with you.
Yeah.
And I just stuck to it and I loved it. I loved going to the gym. I just use my treadmill now and I walk outside and I do some cardio. There's a gal that does cardio. So
Exactly.
what happens on your ideal Friday night?
My ideal Friday night would be to get to like go with my girlfriend and my friends and then just go have a fun night with my girlfriend and like my friends and their girlfriends or all of my coworkers. Like a big group thing
Yeah.
with everyone's hyped for and excited, and I get to bring my significant other.
Yeah.
Like the combo of that is always really great.
Yeah.
And then not it going that long.
Right. So just like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Maybe however long it needs to go to.
Yeah.
And then just being able to go home and go to sleep.
Yeah.
And not waking up hungover.
Right.
But like I love parties and just lots of people.
Yeah.
Just fun.
Yeah, you're very sociable. Very. What's something that you wish that you were better at?
Nothing. There's nothing I need to improve on. It's like maybe you should improve on your personality. Not, you know, something I wish I was better at. My job.
What?
I
Your
mean,
job?
Well, it's like it's the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
You know, you try to get better at, you know, doing that. I want to be like the man. You know, I just want to be like the guy. Him. I want to be him.
You kind of are at your job.
No.
Not yet.
And just, you know, you got to be there for like 20 years, dude, for you're like
Yeah.
the best.
Right. You'll be running the place at that point.
I sound like I'm like in like a review. What's something you can improve on?
What's something that you
My
feel that you
asphalt
could
skills.
be? Yeah.
Let's just say that in the interview too. Nothing.
Right, you should.
What do you think?
What do you think you
You
should
think
be
I
better
need to
on?
improve?
Yeah.
Maybe
Absolutely
your attitude.
nothing.
It's great.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Wish I was just better at my job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't have like a Coke addiction or,
No.
you know,
No, you don't.
something like that.
You're just addicted to working
I need
out.
to go to A.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here and answering all my questions. I know you've been sick.
Yep.
You're getting over being sick. You were sick for a long time, seems like, for many, many
yeah,
days.
Few days.
Yeah, you were sick for a while. We were worried and that sucked, but
It's annoying. I blew my nose this morning.
yeah.
I got so dizzy, I almost fell over.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, apparently that just happens if your sinuses are clogged for a long time.
Oh, really?
And then, like, all the snot came out.
Yeah.
Like, TMI. But it all came out. And I was like, whoa. why am I on a roll? It was
Yeah.
like straight vertigo, and I looked it up, and they're like, yeah, it's pretty uncommon, but that happens.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But it makes sense because it's your sinuses, so it's like.
Well, it went from being like pressure in my
Yeah.
head
Yeah.
and my ears to nothing, and so it just went doof.
Yeah, it all came out.
You know, days of your head being in a vice, and then all of a sudden it's free. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
My brain, my inner ear was like, we're falling really fast.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Don't blow your nose again.
Nah. I was just glad you went back to work today. You were able to go back. I'm like, oh, good, he's feeling better.
Uh-huh.
Well, thanks for being here, honey. Is there anything else that you think I should have asked you or that you want to mention or say that's, I don't know, where you're like, I want to say this so bad?
I don't know. I've been yapping this whole time anyway.
That was the purpose of it.
Yeah.
This is the Brendan show today.
Wouldn't that be cute? That'd be cool.
It's the Brendan show. You'd have to have that, like a little theme song.
God, we were trying to have it's like, you know, I always talk about having podcasts.
Yeah.
We were going to do one at work. We're trying to figure out what to call it.
Oh.
If we were going to do one or a show.
Yeah.
You know. You got any ideas?
For a podcast for your work?
Just think construction.
Yeah.
Seeing Game of Cones.
Lay it on me.
Game of Cones would be great.
Game of Cones. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's really good, Brennan.
There's so many oversaturated podcasts at this point.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there are. I mean, I thought about doing this and I'm like, I don't even care. Like, I hope people like it, but I'm doing it for me. So, you know, the channel is, I have the best subscribers. I say this every video, but it's honestly, if you go and look at my comments, like I literally do. Literally. Like they're the nicest people.
Oh.
So.
Well, wipe that tear away.
They're the nicest people. But yeah, thanks for being here.
Anytime. It's been great.
It's been great. Yep. If you guys have any questions that you'd like to ask Brendan or have any comments that you'd like to leave for him, he will see it when this airs.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, he will see it. So, yeah, just thanks for joining us for this Fridays with us. And I will talk with you guys soon. Loves.